check it out, guys. This right here is my 2018 Shelby GT350, and it has been a full year that I've owned this vehicle right here. So I decided, let me go ahead and take a video for all of you guys and give you guys all my ownership experience with the GT350 and tell you guys if I would buy one. These right now are a pretty hot car on the market. So let's go over everything that I learned over the 1 year ownership and if I would recommend you guys buying a GT350. Given the circumstances that we have been in as a community for the past like a little bit more than a year now, I haven't really driven this thing too much. To be exact, I've only put 10,000 miles on it. Some people think that's a lot, some people think that's a little. I've driven this thing 10,000 miles. All 10,000 of them have been very fantastic. And the conclusion that I got from it is the car is just such a special vehicle and it gives us experience that you won't really find in other cars. Other cars have this sort of refinement and they're too refined, but this car, I've noticed, it's a very dialed in car that's able to handle and maneuver very well. The engine, the power plant feels great, the transmission feels great, it has a lot of grip. 295s in the front and the 305s out in the back. So there's plenty of grip on this vehicle, and I think the cool part about it is it's a Mustang, so it still has that really cool character, and there's always that one thing that's not super refined in the vehicle. So I found that this car has been like the perfect car for me, and with all the other vehicles that I've driven, like the Corvette C8, Porsche 911 Carrera S, BMW M4, BMW M3s, I've driven all sorts of different cars across the board, and I've noticed one common thing with the other cars is they're either not refined enough or too refined. This car is just the perfect balance. And what I mean by that is that this vehicle right here has many purposes of things that it could do. Straight line performance isn't super impressive. You have 526 horsepower. There's a GT500 that can obviously just whoop it up in a straight line, and Hellcats can beat it, but it still is really cool because it revs up to 8,250 RPMs. So the power plant is amazing because it just keeps on revving and revving, and this car gives so much driver confidence. So that's the next thing that I love about it, is it makes you such a confident driver behind the wheel being able to drive this thing, and it's honestly not that difficult at all to drive. I took it to Sonoma Raceway for the track, and it's insane because you cannot even hit the limit of the vehicle being a new driver on track. It is very difficult to get to the limit. And then on the streets, it's really amazing just taking cruises in this thing, really enjoying the heck out of it. So the turning, the power plant of it, the experience I think that you get from it is very good. Out of the 1 year of ownership, I have had one issue, which is a very rare issue. Some people are concerned about the motors and stuff, Gen 1 versus Gen 2. Should I be worried? I have videos of that on my channel. So click on the GT350 playlist so you guys can go ahead and go through those videos if you are seriously thinking of buying one and you are worried about it. But I don't think there's much to worry about really with this vehicle. And the one issue I had was this vibration noise that was coming from near the clutch area. New clutch and flywheel fixed that, so I'm thinking the previous owner that I had probably didn't break in the clutch properly because the clutch was slipping under load. First got the vehicle because I bought it with 2,000 miles on it. So right now it's sitting with 12,000 miles. So that issue took longer than expected just because of COVID delays and stuff like that. But aside from that, the ownership experience has been flawless. No other issues with the vehicle. As long as you get it up to operating temp, 180 oil temp, is just ready to rip. The next thing I want to tell you guys that's really cool about the car is it's a Mustang at the end of the day. So once you do turn off the traction control, if you do know what you're doing, this thing is actually able to kind of get a little tail happy. I saw a lot of videos of this thing trying to swing, but I never actually went out and swung it. And after turning off traction control, I could tell you it is a blast with traction control off. It is very, very cool what this thing is able to do because it is still a Mustang at the end of the day, like I said. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily a scary car, because if you keep it in the different settings, it really isn't that scary. But I just love how many different settings there are in this vehicle. As you can see, we have our track seats over here, and then our RPMs rev all the way up to 8,250 RPMs. And then you have your steering feel, your suspension feel, normal, sport, track mode. Then you have your traction control button off. You can turn it partially off, you can turn it fully off. And then you have your launch control, you can launch the vehicle. Then you have your exhaust button so you can make it quiet or loud. And then you have a third pedal, which is awesome. So you can just absolutely rogue gears in this thing. And It's so much fun. It's so much fun. I absolutely love it. There are minor imperfections on every car you're gonna get, and it's kind of like a sacrifice that you have to take. This thing is pretty good given that it's a full race car with a racing engine in it, and it's able to do the things that it's able to do. The back seats fold down, so you're actually able to fit so much things in here when you go for grocery runs. So I love on my way to Costco around here just to hit the little back road on the way back and forth, which is super fun. So I have a bunch of back road drive videos on my channel, so go check those out too. The Shelby community, I really don't think that there's any community stronger than the Shelby community. Yeah, you have the Porsche owners that are another pretty strong community, but that's a different league of cars that we're talking in and a different type of people. But Shelby owners, we just want to go out, have a good time. NorCal Shelbys, SoCal Shelbys, Tennessee Shelbys, Houston Shelbys. We got folks out in Las Vegas. We got people out in Arizona. Shout out Arizona Shelbys. We have so many Shelby groups all around the place. Holy shit! That was crazy! Check it out, here we are out at the... I'm surprised no cops yet have given us any trouble. If you do have a Shelby and you haven't already connected with them, make sure you guys go connect with them, because we just all want to have a good time with our cars, and it's awesome. Go on rallies with each other, have a lot of fun. So if you have a Shelby and you're in NorCal, DM me on Instagram at Nanu Garage, at NANU Garage on IG, and we can link up and do some fun things in the Shelby. But like I said, zero regrets getting it. Absolutely love the car. Let me know what you guys thought of the video down below in the comment section. I honestly don't think any other vehicle for this price point will match the experience it gets. Number wise, so many cars can beat it, but the experience is absolutely amazing. But I have so many other videos talking about that, so go browse the channel, click on the GT350 playlist. New things coming very soon to it. Wheels, lowering springs, and that's just gonna start the build. So I'm very excited. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up on IG. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
You see a carku, call the cops, boy. AK all day, body start to drop, boy. Bamba jinya beaten, sari diyan streetan. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop, boy. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop, boy. They're trying to lock us up, but we ain't gonna stop.
Oh my God! Setting off car alarms over here.